Hello. Right, it's about time we had a chat because I haven't been about for a little while. You might want to put this on pause, make yourself a Slurpee and then come back. You might want to or not. Okay, I haven't been very well really. I've been okay within myself. I've been quite jolly actually within myself, so that's good. But this pain, if you look at the last couple of videos, I had this pain that started under this rib. I say under this rib, 2 or 3 ribs down. Not too bad now, not too bad. Then it went round the back and also round the front. So it, just in the chest area, just under my left tit. And anyway, it got very, very painful, really painful. And it's still painful now. Got eyelash in my eye, that's quite painful and all. I will get it out. Yeah, quite painful, but particularly painful sleeping. Laying down was very, very painful. So I ended up sleeping kind of propped up a little bit. I can only sleep on my right hand side, and that's been for 3 weeks. I cannot get on my left at all. The pain is like a searing pain, like a knife. Don't know what's going on. I've had blood tests, I've been at the hospital, been down the doctors, I've been prodded and poked, x-rays, things like that. This eyelash is driving me mad now. I said before, eyelashes are there to stop you getting things in your eyes. And the only thing I ever get in my eyes is a bloody eyelash. Yeah, not a very good design. Anyway, cheers. So I'm at a loss really. Nobody has got an idea. Well, they have. They said it was pleurisy, or thought it was pleurisy. They thought there was a problem with the lungs. The x-rays didn't show anything up. I've got a CAT scan coming up, and that should hopefully give me some idea as to what's going on. Because as it stands, I haven't got a clue. Not a clue. But we feel better. I feel better. Within myself, which is really good. I've had a complete week of probably 4 or 5 days of constant pain. Didn't matter what I did, any movement hurt, you know, to raise my arm, anything hurt, you know. Now I can feel there is a pain there, but it's just a nagging silly pain. The only time it hurts is when I lay down. So I can't bloody stand up sleeping, can I? So I thought it was about time we had a chat. So what have I been up to? Well, a mate of mine stayed last weekend and gave me a hand, which was really good because he knew I was feeling a bit poorly. So that was nice, 2 days. And we had a couple of takeaways and things like that. A couple of very, very slow bimbles. Yeah, that was nice really. Nice to have a bit of company sometimes. I'm very reclusive, very used to my own company, and I probably prefer my own company really most of the time, but it's lovely, isn't it, to have company just occasionally. So yeah, that was nice. I treated myself to a couple of things as well. I don't know if you can see this. Filter the Nephilim, and this has 5 CDs. It's a 5 CD box set for 20 quid, 4 quid a CD. Now what do you get for 4 quid, eh? Well, what you get is some fantastic music. Filter the Nephilim, if you've never heard of them, Carl McCoy is fantastic lead singer. Or lead vocalist I call him. He's not a singer in the traditional sense. Very goth. I love it. I love my goth music. Always have done. Always will do, I think, really. I'm not a music snob, and I like all sorts of different genres of music, and goth music I love. So yeah, I bought that. So I'm making my way through that at the moment. I'm on the 3rd album. I've got this is copper, and I bought 2 mugs. This is hammered copper, and I bought 2 hammered mugs. I bought them from eBay and they're really good quality. They're quite expensive, $14.99 for 2 mugs. I think it's quite a lot of money, but whatever. They're proper solid copper and I love them. And I couldn't find a jug, so I had to order this from India. 3 weeks it took to get here. So that's my water jug and I'm really pleased about that. But something funny is the paperwork that you get. And if you have a look at the third, this is what copper is supposed to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's the 4th dot down, 4th bullet point down. Can you see that? So the 4th bullet point down, it says, makes a man cheerful. So if you drink out of a copper mug, it makes a man cheerful. Bless them. Something got, you know, mislaid or mispronounced or whatever within the translation there, I do believe. The reason why I drink out of copper, I filtrate all of my water. Fluoride, right? Let's get on to the bloody subject, I suppose. Fluoride is a disgusting byproduct that should be thrown away, not consumed by human beings. And many, many years ago, I believe in the 50s, they started putting it into toothpaste, and it's still in toothpaste now. It's a byproduct that's a waste byproduct that should be thrown away, and they put it into toothpaste. There is nothing to say that fluoride makes your teeth stronger. It doesn't. Then they put it into the water, so you've got no choice. So I filtrate all of my water, always. And that's been working, it's been working fine, and you pour that into a cup or a mug or whatever, and it tastes nice, you know. But I thought, I'll get a copper jug and some copper mugs, and by putting it into copper, number one, it stays cool and fresh. This is really cold, it's lovely and warm in here, everything I touch is quite warm. You touch copper, it's always cold. So I thought I'd put my water into there. Once it's been filtrated, I then put it into there, and then I can transfer it from there when I'm ready into my copper mug. I've got 2 of them, but into one of my copper mugs and have a drink. The copper actually helps to get rid of any additional bacteria that the filtration system didn't get rid of. There is some belief, I don't believe it, but there's some belief that by drinking out of copper, you put just a trace element of copper into the liquid, in other words, into the water in my case. I don't believe you do, because it's not in there long enough. I think if I poured a cup of water and left it for a year, yeah, you might get a trace element. But we've got enough copper really within our system, you know, so I don't really believe that. Whether it's true or what, I don't know, maybe it is. But I do know that by leaving water in a copper pot or jug or whatever you want to call it for a while can get rid of any additional bacteria that your filtration system doesn't get rid of. And hopefully, therefore, I'm drinking totally non-fluoride water. That's the plan anyway, that's what I want. Fluoride, if we're talking about the pineal gland, which is very important, your fluoride, or the fluoride, not your fluoride, the fluoride in the water, the fluoride in the toothpaste that people willingly buy, willingly purchase, in the belief that it makes the enamel stronger, and it doesn't. That calcifies, turning the pineal gland into like a stone. It literally turns it into a rock, calcifies it. Now the pineal gland is very important for your serotonin levels and also your melatonin levels as well. So we need the pineal gland to be working. Obviously it's part of our body. Why put something into our system that is going to cause damage, calcify the pineal gland? Says me, drinking loads of coffee, smoking with fags, well that's up to me, you know, but any additional thing that I'm forced to, like fluoride in toothpaste, I buy non-fluoride toothpaste, you know. Fluoride in the water, well I do everything I can to take it back out. They shouldn't be putting it in anyway. you know. Why put fluoride into water? So, yeah, so I bought that, filtered the Nephilim, and I bought my coffee pot. And I'm having a Slurpee. I've got to keep an eye on the time, 10:29. This is currently, I don't know when I'll go put this up. This is Sunday morning at 10:29 AM. Lovely day. It's been cold. The last few days have been cold. Today seems much milder though, which is very nice. So in a day or two, over on my other channel on Ishi Art, you will see what's coming up for the week ahead, and it's the first real lot of January because I've had a sale for 3 weeks. So thank you to anybody and everybody whoever is out there, whoever shared or watched or liked or obviously purchased a piece of Ishi Art. I do appreciate it. If you want to see what I've got coming up, it's over on my other channel, as I say. The links are in the description box. I can show you very, very briefly, but if you want a better look, go over to Ishi Art. I've got a small one coming up. These are on the whatever date it'll be. So you have a better look over on Ishi Arts. Love this one. Oh, can you see it properly? Anyway, as I say, on Ishi Art, what else have I got? I've got this one. I love this one as well. The colours, the vibrancy. Just a very quick look. Do you want a sneak preview? 24th is, those three will be up on the 24th, and this one will be up on the following week, the 31st, is it? So there you go, very quick look. So that's all over on the other channel, Ishi Art. Yeah, we've been doing well. The last 2 days I've been doing really, really well. Since this pain started to leave me a little bit, it's really lifted my spirits, you know. I got very down with it, you know, and it's so easy to do that, isn't it? You know, when you're constant pain, which I'm in a lot of the time anyway, but constant pain can drag the spirits down. It really can, you know, and you start thinking, it's all negativity that you think. You know, when you feel ill, when you're a bit poorly or whatever, you just end up telling yourself all sorts of negative rubbish, really. And of course, the more you tell yourself that, then the more you believe that. So I always try and flip my thoughts if I can. Now, the small things can affect you when you're, let me put these paintings away, when you're a bit ill and stuff like that, the small things can affect you. I have, for the new people on this channel, I have dysthymia, which is a constant depression. It's a low level, but it is constant. Most depressions, even severe depressions, do fade away after a while, but dysthymia is there all the time. And occasionally I get, I really drop. And I did a few months ago, I really dropped, and I've been having treatment for that, and I still am, if truth be known. Sorry, I'm jiggling around here, I'm putting everything away because I want to have a quick fag. Yeah, it's funny because your mind can play tricks on you then when you get down, which I did because, you know, I was in pain, so therefore I get a bit depressed with it and a bit miserable. You end up attaching these silly little negative thoughts to just tiny little, I can't get that in, come on, I want to carry on, trying to put my heart away, there we go. You end up attaching these negative thoughts to silly little things. I've learned not to do this on one level. I've got a friend in the village called Stuart, and he's got a little dog, so we get chatting. Every time we see each other, we always got time for each other, and we always chat, so that's nice. But 3 or 4 days back now, obviously I was in quite a lot of pain. I was just plodding along to the park, and he was walking up the road towards me. So I said, morning mate, and he said, morning. And he said, how are you, alright? And I said, no, I'm in a lot of pain today. And he said, oh bloody hell, I hope it goes soon, take care mate. And off he went. Now I could have thought, well, that was a bit abrupt, or you know, what have I done wrong? Or what's wrong with him, or why is he being like that, or miserable old bastard, or I won't speak to him next time. I could have thought all of those sort of things, and I think years ago that's where my thinking was. I now don't do that, and I'll tell you a little story in a minute, but I now don't do that. You know, off he went, and I thought, oh, he was in a hurry, maybe he's going somewhere. You know, so it's nothing to do with me, everything's down to him. So maybe he's going somewhere, maybe he's got this to do, that to do, maybe he's got somebody coming round, who knows, whatever. But you know, nice of him to actually, if he is busy, nice of him to stop for those few seconds, really. He didn't have to, so that's really nice. So it's actually a real positive thing that I met him and he spoke just for a couple of seconds. That was real positive in my mind now. Never used to be, like I say. So the story is, years ago I lived in Dorset and I had friends Ben and Shona. Shona was Australian and Ben, he spoke Australian, he was English, but he spent years over there. I see you down a care pack, he used to say. Sorry if you're Australian. Yeah, so good friends and what have you. They lived in a van, so you know, we got chatting and we become good friends for a couple of years or more. And anyway, he was going off to Australia, and that was it. So off they went, and we sort of lost contact, like you do, and that's fine. Then one time, I was out with somebody in Bournemouth shopping. You know what it's like when you go shopping with women, right, for a pair of shoes. If you don't, just don't do it. There's no need for a man to go shopping with a woman when they want shoes. Never a need. Never. Never. Anyway, I went shopping with somebody. She wanted a pair of shoes. Went into the first shop. She tried on 10 pairs of shoes, you know. Then the next shop, then the next shop, and it went on and on and on. I think she came back to the first shop and bought the first pair she tried on eventually, you know. We were parked in a free parking place for 2 hours. And I said, come on, look, we only got 2 hours. Come on, we only got 2 hours. Oh, I just tried these. Oh, do you like these? I said, I'm not wearing them, am I? You know, for Christ's sake. And it went on and on and on. Anyway, we left the shop. Must have been 2 hours and 5 minutes, you know. And I know traffic wardens are up and down there. So I started walking quickly back to the car. And I was a bit pissed off as well, really, going to look at shoes, you know. Anyway, was sort of hurtling back through crowds of people. And I come face to face with Ben after about 2 years, Ben and Shona. And I knew if I'd have stopped and spoken, that could cost me 60 quid parking. And he said, Brian, I said, Ben, I said, oh mate, I said, I'm sorry, I can't stop, we're double parked. And I just turned around and left and walked, you know, so at least I did explain. I never ever saw him again. And eventually I left Dorset and I moved to Oxfordshire, then I moved into Ishi and I lived in the UK, you know. But, you know, at least Ben knew that I was busy and what have you. So that little episode taught me that not to question yourself, not to think, if somebody's a bit abrupt, a bit blunt with you, whatever, don't think, oh, what have I done wrong? Or what's wrong with them? Maybe nothing's wrong. Maybe they're just busy, they haven't got the time, you know. Tomorrow they might have the time, you know. Going back to Stuart from the village, 2 days later I saw him at the park and he came over and he said, how are you? And we had a little chat. And he said, oh, sorry I had to rush off, he said the other day. And I said, oh, did you? And he said, yeah, he said, my daughter's in uni and I had to go and pick her up and I thought I'd walk the dog quickly. And you know what it's like, you get chatting to people. So he wanted to go and pick her up to spend the weekend with her and she came down for the weekend and they had a nice meal and we had a big long chat. Lovely, you know, really nice. So not to judge people, if they are a bit short of you or a bit of abrupt, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what baggage they're carrying. And it's not your fault. 99% of the time it won't be your fault. So don't put too much weight on it, really. Okay, just like a little chat. If you want to have a look at these pieces of art, go over to Ishi Arts and we'll start the year now on the 24th. We'll be starting the year afresh really after the sale. So I'm really looking forward to putting these pieces up and see how things go. I hope everybody's okay out there. They reckon it's going to snow at some stage, so if you're driving, take it easy. However, since they've said that, it's gone up a few degrees and it's blue skies. Just blue skies. Blue skies relatively mild. For this time of year, I think it's relatively mild. Right, what's the time? Okay, we're off. Take care then, and be well. Try and be glorious.